Okay. So today I'm going to talk about Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who was a spiritual master of Srila Prabhupada's spiritual master. And he wrote a book, Dasa-Mula-Tattva. That means, Dash means 10. So entire Vedic philosophy is summarized into 10 points. Just 10 points. If you know these 10 points, you know everything. And then you can understand Gita, you can understand, you can debate with anybody. You will never become confused in life. Just you have to understand 10 points. Just like Nimbarkacharya has written a Dasha Shloki. His whole philosophy is summarized into 10 points. That is called Dasha Shloki. Just like Vallabhacharya has written book Shodash Granth. So Madhvacharya has given summary of his entire philosophy in Sarva Mool Granth. So all acharyas in all sampradayas have tried to give a summary of entire philosophy for people who are new, for people who are ignorant, for people who can become confused by various philosophies, because there are so many philosophies in the market now. There's so many people speaking so many things, and that might look almost the same what we are speaking. Because many people come to us and they tell you, well, whatever you say, that Swamiji also says the same thing. But no. Because if you are expert doctor, then you can understand who is a compounder and who is a doctor. They can be an expert compounder also, who can give same medicines what a doctor is giving, but it makes a difference now. So that is why we should understand properly, so that we should not get confused in this Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga means Kalaha Yuga, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy. So we need to know these 10 points properly. These 10 points, the first point is Amnaya Tattvam Praha. This is the first point. You go to any sampradaya. Any sampradaya. Sampradaya means school. If you want to understand spirituality, you have to go to a sampradaya. If you want to learn MBBS, you have to go to KMC or any other medical college. If you want to learn engineering, you have to go to MIT or any other engineering college. You can't learn engineering and MBBS from a doctor, a private practitioner. You can't do that. So there might be saints out there, but you have to go to a school. And there are 4 schools, according to scriptures, which are giving authentic knowledge. Everybody knows. And all others, if those who have not studied in this school, either their philosophy is wrong, deviated, misinterpreted. There's a problem there. So there are 4 schools. Shri Sampradaya, we know Shri Sampradaya, then Rudra Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, and ours Brahma Madhav Gaudiya Sampradaya, Madhvacharya. In that Sampradaya we are coming. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur has tried to give a summary, and the first point is Vedas are proof. Amnaya Tattvam Praha. Amnaya means Vedas. Tattvam means essence. Praha means speak. Vedas speak the essential truth. This is the first point. If you want to know truth, you have to read scriptures. Because truth cannot be understood by speculation. By logic, you can't understand truth. That's impossible. Because logic itself is incomplete. Through logic, you can cut logic. You can do that, no? You can apply one logic and then using that logic, you can cancel the previous logic. Logic is like that. So, for example, and that is why there are debates, no? There are two parties, both are having same data but different conclusions. This happens, no? Why? Because his logical understanding is different, his logical understanding is different. So, logic cannot reach God. That is why scripture says, Achinte khalui bhava natam starkena yojait. By dry logic you cannot understand God. And then by seeing, can you understand God? Of course you cannot see God now, because you are not qualified. God is very, very subtle. We can't see sound, it's very subtle. What about God? What about, He's subtle or the subtlest. So you can't see God. The only way to know God is scriptures. That's it. So you can't speculate, and you cannot, so many people say, you meditate. If you go to Gaya, if you go to North India or somewhere, you go to Indonesia and all this, you're talking about meditation. You meditate. And then you dive into yourself. I don't know how to dive, but they say this, dive. Where to dive, That's another question. But you have to go inside, deep inside, and then something will happen. You will feel someplace. And then suddenly you will come to know who is God. It doesn't happen like that. Because you can't know God by your meditation. It's impossible. No? By your meditation you can't even know who is sitting in the other room, no? Can you meditate for 1,000 years and tell who is there in that, who is sitting behind this wall? You can't. You might be able to by having siddhis or whatever, after so many millions of years. Simple method is, what's the simple method? You call him, please come here. He'll come. Okay, are you sitting? Okay, fine. Who are you? I'm just finished. So this foolishness to say you meditate and all, meditate here, meditate on chakra, meditate on kundalini, and then when you meditate you will hear sounds of Om and then Anatanad. There's so many terms. Dhyana Yoga, Sahaj Yoga, Chakra Yoga, what's that, Art of Living, Sudarshan Kriya, and then there's so many things, but you can't do that. If you try to do that, you will land up in KMC. I'm telling you. Because few of my friends, they tried this and they tried to sit in this posture. So some people got knee replacements, knee got finished. Our bodies are not made for all these things. Somebody got slip disc. One of my friends, he got mad for concentrating. He got mad. Why? Because if you try to do this kind of meditations, and simultaneously if you are seeing internet, and on internet what do you see, and then you do meditation and then you do that, then you don't become pure, you become mad. So these kind of meditation is not possible in cities. You have to go to forest. Krishna says in Gita, asuchau deshe, you have to go to forest, and you have to sit on a asana which is not too high or not too low. You've seen movies, no? Like people go to rishis, to forest, and they're sitting. You should not be afraid if some sound of lion comes. And you should have maintained perfect brahmacharya. Can you do it? No. There was one saint who tried to do all these things, and somebody told me, one of my friend, and he melted on the spot. They couldn't even carry him. So this is very dangerous, because this Kundalini Shakti and all those things, chakras, if you're not doing in proper care, you can destroy yourself. One of my friend, my batchmate, so Ryush, he was there with me. He was doing all these things. And then what was the result? He lost all his hairs and his memory got finished. So these things, you can't experiment these things. This Dhyana Yoga, there are 4 books which talks about this Kundalini and meditation. The most famous book is Patanjali Yoga Sutra, which is talking about Samadhi, chakras and all these. And the 3 more books, Gerand Samhita, and then Shiva Yoga Samhita, and Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which yogis read and they practice. There are so many asanas, pranayam when they do. But for Kali Yuga it's not there. And for KMC students it is definitely not there. So don't try all these things. Even Arjuna told, it's not possible for me to do all these things. So I'll talk about that later. But the point is, before doing any meditation or any process, first you should know for whom you are doing, no? Before going to some place and deciding how to go, first you should know where to go, isn't it? That's common sense. You can't say, I'll try to understand, I'll just keep on going and slowly I'll understand where I have to go. This is crazy. These meditators and foolish people are saying like that. Meditate, slowly you will know that where to go. Who is God? Why? Why can't you tell me now? Okay, if you know, if you go to some Swami, he says, you realize God. I have realized. If you have realized, then tell me. But then you know what they will say? We can't tell you. We'll ask why? They will say, because God cannot be expressed in words. He's achintya, He's inconceivable. You cannot see Him. You can just realize Him. We have realized and now you have to realize. But this is wrong. Because scriptures clearly define God. They define God in words. If God cannot be defined in words, then question is, why we have so many scriptures? No? Why we have so many scriptures? Why we have Rig Ved, which has 3 crore mantras? What they are telling us? There should be just one page of Rig Ved, where there should be one statement, God cannot be expressed in words, so please meditate. Finish. What are 700 verses of Gita doing? 700. If God cannot be defined, then why do you write books? What is Mahabharata? What is Ramayana for? So that's cheating actually. Anybody who says God is inexpressible, He cannot be defined in words, he is cheating you. Because he has cheated himself. So we don't go with these kind of people. No matter how much elevated they may be, no matter how much big Swami he may be, big saint, but he is cheating you. Simple. His realizations are not proper. So keep in mind, always if you want to benefit your life and others, follow scriptures. Follow scriptures. Scriptures are proof. Scriptures are evidence. Everything needs evidence. If that person who is calling himself Swami or whatever, if he is saying, well, you can argue with him. Well, scriptures say this, but you are saying this. No. Gita says Krishna is God, but you are saying no, you have to realize on yourself, whatever. So then he might tell you, well, it is my realization. So our question is, why should we follow your realization? Why should we follow realization of Vedavyas, or Brahma, or Krishna himself speaks? Why should we agree to you? And then there is no logic. It's finished. No there. Some people say don't agree to anybody. Some people, their philosophy is like this. Even what I say, don't agree to me. Don't agree what scriptures are saying. Find truth yourself. You have heard this? Find truth yourself. Professor Radhakrishnan, you know that. He was a person. Osho Rajneesh, these people were like that. They were telling, just find yourself. You're a free bird. And you should have courage. Find truth. Don't be bounded by scriptures. Don't be bounded by anybody's opinion. And it sounds good too. It sounds good, no? Yes. Why should be bounded by anybody's opinion? No? But this is crazy. You know why? Because if we accept this conclusion that don't follow anyone, just find truth yourself, then you know what is this? You are accepting conclusion of your own mind. Isn't it? Don't follow anyone, but I have to follow my mind, no? I have to follow something Something I have to accept. So I don't accept scriptures, I don't accept that Swami, I don't accept this Baba, I don't accept this. What then, my dear sir, what do you accept? I accept my own conclusions. And the greatest enemy in this world is you yourself. Keep this in mind, Krishna says. Atma eva atmana bandhu, atma eva ripur, atmana, mind is the greatest enemy. The day, the point of time you start accepting conclusions of your own mind, you're going to hell. Your spiritual life is ruined. Because your mind will always try to stop you and confuse you. Because mind is greatest enemy. Krishna says, you fools, you are thinking he's my friend, he's my enemy. No, we think like that, no? But you don't know there's an atom bomb, time bomb in your own box, here. So if you want to win this war, it's not external, it's internal. Don't agree to what mind says. Krishna says, what I say you should understand. So scriptures are the proof, they are the evidence. First point. So that is why please read scriptures. If you can't read so many scriptures, read Gita. First, read Gita. And then you can defeat entire world. You can debate with anybody. This is Gita. Oh, this person is Zakir Naik. You know this, no? Zakir Naik is Islam fellow. So he's saying so many things against Hinduism, no? He's a Muslim. That Hinduism like this, and then he calls many saints and debates with them, and then he defeats them, and then he defames them, no? But anybody who knows Gita, they can simply go and defeat him, it's so simple. Gita is so clear. But problem is our Hindus also, so-called Hindus, they do not know their own stuff properly. Hinduism, this Ravi Shankar, he was debating with Zakir Naik. There's one interview on YouTube. You see that, type. Just go and Google. Ravi Shankar debating with Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is Islam fellow. So, and then Zakir Naik he spoke. He told, see, Allah is supreme and Quran says there's one God and we should surrender to one God. But your Hinduism, there's so many gods and there's no conception of God. Everybody says you meditate, go inside, and then you will find this is all crazy stuff. Then Ravi Shankar came and you know what he told? He told, he's speaking, how he speaks, He told, see, we should love everybody. That is the message I want to give. And we love you, Zakir Naik, and we love everybody. Everybody is okay. I don't want to fight with anybody. We should have message of harmony, peace and brother. Crazy stuff, he messed up, our own message. This is what happens when you don't know your own stuff. Islam people come, they will condescend. Condescend, you understand? Condescend means कैसे कहेंगे? बदनाम करना. Hare Krishna. Defame, कैसे कहेंगे? Defame. And then Christians will come. They will also say, "You bloody Hindus, you rascals. For you there's so many gods, but for us there's one God, Christ." We are so many people, all religions, they are clear who is God. But why not here? That was my question when I left this medical college. Because so many saints are saying, they say there is one God, but who is He? Tell me who is He. If you are so big saint, tell me. But no answer. And then finally, if you just press hard, okay, tell me, then finally they say, actually, few people will say that you are God yourself. Final answer is this. There's no difference between you and Him. Soham. You know this, Soham? You know this? There's a mantra, Soham. Whoever He is there, that I am there. Finally this answer will come. He and you are one. It's madness. So please read Gita. Read Gita properly. Whatever you're reading now, just close that. Don't read anything. Don't go to internet and surf and try to understand spirituality. Internet is not your guru. And Google is not God. Although nowadays, in West, they say, Google is God. Modern God is Google, Baba. And modern church is internet. Don't go there. You will not find. You will become more confused. You should have one teacher, So next, when you read Gita, what you will find? Second point. You will find Krishna is God. Simple. What's the confusion? No confusion. Krishna says again and again in Gita, 15th chapter, 20th verse, Krishna says, Yomam janati purushottama. Anybody who knows me as God, he is the most intelligent. Krishna says, 5th chapter, 20th verse, Bhoktaram yakitapsam sarvalokam maheshwaram. I am the supreme enjoyer. Surrender unto me. There is nothing superior to me. Clear? But some crazy fellows will come. Actually, Kali Yuga is full of crazy, mad people. Prabhupada said, one day will come when we will shoot these people who are saying Krishna is not God. One day will come. You know why? Because one day will come when ISKCON will be ruling all over the world. This will happen. And this is not Prabhupada saying. This is mentioned in Bhavishya Puran. That some people will be there who will be having shikhas orange robe. They will be chanting holy names of God, Krishna, and they will rule entire world. That day will come. And Prabhupada told that ISKCON is for 10,000 years. All these Babas and Bapus and so-called Chachus and Chachas, whatever it is, they just come and go. 200, 300 years they'll go. Because the base is not Gita. Whoever follows Gita, he will live. Whoever doesn't follow Gita's conclusion, he will die. You can't oppose Krishna and still live. You can't do that. So some crazy fellow will come and he will say, see, I will tell you what Gita tells. Secret of all secrets. And what's the secret? When Krishna says that I am God, that there is nothing superior to me, then what does that mean? That means that there is one thing superior to Krishna. What's that? That is nothing. There is nothing superior to me. So what does that thing this is superior to Krishna? Nothing. You got my point? No? You understood? These are absolute crazy fellows. These Buddhists, they try to misinterpret Gita like that. Because according to Buddhism, their final aim is shunya, nothing. They meditate and then finally they advise, stop all your thoughts. Vipassana and all these things. And there's this Buddhist. Their final aim is, all meditators you go, all these so-called cheaters or meditators, whatever, they just meditate and stop all your thoughts. Stop and go deep. And so now they have to, to convince people, they have to show from scriptures. People who believe in scriptures, they'll show, see, Krishna says, there is nothing superior to him. There is nothing means shunya. So there is shunya superior to him. Isn't this madness? They're mad, no? So if you don't have knowledge, then you will say, oh, see, Gita says. People, at least previous ages, people wanted to screw other people, but now people are screwing God himself. they have become so mad. And his book, well, you can't cheat Krishna. Krishna is very intelligent. So that is why Krishna has spoken some verses and he clears. He knows that people, he's God, no? He knows people will come and misinterpret this. There's nothing superior to him, so this means nothing is nothing. So that is why he speaks in Gita again. He clears this fact. He clears that fact that there is nothing equal to him and there is nothing superior to him. And then he says that whatever you know, whatever you do not know, everything is below him. So this makes clear, no? This makes clear. So that is why Krishna is God. Read Gita. There are so many times Krishna is again and again saying, I am God, because he knows that people will get confused. And he himself has to say. Because if I tell you, you may not believe, no? Because if I tell you Krishna is God, some other Swami will come, he will tell Shiva is God. Some other Swami will come, he will tell, well, you can't know God, who is God? Meditate. So then you become confused. So Krishna thought, let me tell myself, because people will believe me, because I am God. If I tell I am God, that's perfect proof. So this. And then now question comes, who is God? Who is God? Yes, some people say Krishna is God, but they say, well, Krishna is God because there is some power inside him. That is also one understanding. Krishna has become God after, I don't know how after, but he has become God, and there is some power inside him which has made him God. And you know why they say like this? You know why? Why? Yeah, because they say that the same power now is within me. So surrender unto me. That's how they trick people. So in the entire lecture they will say Krishna is God. You should surrender to Krishna. You will say, oh my God, he's saying the same thing what we heard in BYS. He's so great saint. But actually you don't know how he's tricking you. Then he will say, actually that Nirakar Shakti, that power is there within Krishna who is making him in God. And after meditating, I got that power. And now I can give you that power. So surrender unto me. So these kind of things are there. There's something called Mayavadis. Mayavadis say God and soul is one, finally. There's something called Vaishnava Mayavadis. Externally they will look devotees, they will do bhajan and everything, but internally when you read the philosophy, the conception is that Krishna, there's some power in Krishna, and that power can be transferred into you and then into others. These are called Mayavadis, but devotional Mayavadis. You may not understand all these things, but the point I'm trying to tell you is that if you don't know philosophy properly, it is 100% you'll get confused. Because things look very, very same externally. Just like if you go to a jeweler shop, all jewels will look same, isn't it, to you? Because you aren't trained. This nice stone, precious, this is also stone, this is also nice jewel. But jeweler knows, which is stone and which is actually real jewel. So for you, everything is same. So, third point is, Krishna is all powerful, Sarva Shakti, all powerful. What does that mean? Can anybody tell me? What does all powerful mean? Huh? That's okay. But what do you mean by all powerful? What kind of power? What's that? No, what do you mean by power? All powerful. Well, when Swamiji will come, he will tell, I can also do whatever I want. Yeah, they say, just like if you go to Shirdi Sai Baba, he used to claim, I am God. I can do whatever I want. See this bhasma. And somebody asked him that if you are God, then why don't you move a mountain? Satya Sai Baba, I think there are two Sai Baba, no? His recent, he's Satya Sai Baba? He's not. Yeah, Patubhadriya, he's crazy fellow. So somebody asked him, challenged him, why don't you lift a mountain if you're God? You know what he told? He told that I can lift a mountain, but you will not be able to see that because you're not qualified. So these kind of answers are there. This is good. This is perfect question you can ask. But these people will try to speak like that. So, what do you do with them? Many saints, they show miracles, and this is how they try to attract the crowd. So Satya Sai Baba, who is Patupadri, in Shirdi Sai Baba, he used to do many miracles. Miracles he used to do. But Srila Prabhupada, he went to America, and they asked him, reporter, why don't you do some miracle? You are a saint. So Prabhupada told, see, I have done one miracle. You see, and there were foreigners, his disciple, foreign disciple, hippie disciples were standing with tilak and kanti. See, this is my miracle. I have changed these malechas into devotees of Lord Krishna. You tell me, so many saints came to your country, Vivekananda, Osho Rajneesh, and blah blah blah, and who made even a single person devotee of Lord Krishna? Nobody could do. And this is a miracle I did. This is a miracle you should do now. You can't attract public by cheap miracles. Anybody can do. That's not a big thing. So what do you do? What do you mean by all powerful? Tell me now. What do you mean by that? According to scriptures, all powerful means a person who is all powerful, he should be able to do, he should be able to make possible impossible and impossible possible. That's the definition of all powerful. Ghatan aghatan patyasi. This is called in scriptures. He can make possible impossible. Sambhav ko asambhav, asambhav ko sambhav. That's what is all powerful. That is Krishna. That is Krishna. Krishna is God. He can manifest so many material words. All material words are coming from him. If he wants, in a second he can finish entire creation. If he wants. This is God. You can't, this is very small thing. Can you lift a mountain? You should ask them, can you create a material world? That's a big thing now. For God, if he claims to be God, then lifting mountain should not be a big thing. But the difference between God and all of us, a big yogis can also do that. Sai Baba and all these are like nonsense people. But big yogis like Vishwamitra, they could create big illusions. You read scriptures, rishis, they are very powerful rishis. So like Vishwamitra made the whole planet by his tapas. And Kashyap Muni, he made an entire planet which was floating in the sky. Entire planet. So are they God? It seems they are godly. But the only difference between God and all other soul is, all of us is, only God can create this material world and maintain it and destroy it. Generator, operator and destroyer. Nobody can do this. Janmade asyataha. That is why the first statement of Vedas is Janmade asyataha. He is God from whom everything takes birth. Everything. So Krishna is that God. So he is all powerful, you should remember. By his mercy, you can understand him. If he is not merciful, you will not be able to understand him. He might be the most foolish person in the entire universe. But if you are having mercy of God, even a blind can see the sun. And even a lame person can cross a mountain. If there is mercy of Lord Krishna. Okay, third point is, God is all powerful, that's okay. But what is the greatest power? Tell me. Fourth point, okay. He is all powerful. Powerful means power. Possible, impossible. That needs power, Shakti. But there is one power which is even greater than the most powerful. What is that?
Mind.
In context of God. Not in context of us. What is that? Can anybody think about it?
Origin.
No.
Belief in God.
Oh, you're coming little near. What's that? Huh?
Faith.
Love. Isn't it? Love is the greatest power in this universe, no? There might be Mike Tyson or Arnold Schwarzenegger, or maybe a great king, Roman king. He can destroy entire planet, he can kill so many people. But then one Cleopatra comes. Or one beautiful female comes and he'll be running like dog behind him. He's captured by beauty, no? So the greatest power in this material world is not muscle power, or political power, or military power. That is the power of beauty. Beauty is having such a power that you can control anybody, isn't it? So God is all beautiful. This is fourth point. Rasabdham. All beautiful means His form is beautiful, His qualities are beautiful, His pastimes are beautiful. Ramanacharya uses the word Kalyanmaik Guna. All auspicious qualities. There is no fault in God. So anybody who claims himself to be God, he should at least be beautiful, no? The Patubhadri was saying, I am God. Was he beautiful? He was the most ugly person in the entire universe, no? So you should know who is God, You can't become God and yet be the most ugliest person. You can't do that. So Krishna is God. He's so beautiful, no? You go to Udupi, have his darshan. If you see him once, you'll not even, you even don't want to come back. When I was in my college, I was studying in KMC. Every day I used to go, every day. There was not a single day. 4.5 years, I went every day to Udupi. Whether it was raining also, 4 months rain, super rains, Still I used to go. Exams, I used to go every day because He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. He is God. And it was His mercy that we could really little bit appreciate Him. So if you read, if you immerse your mind in Krishna, if you immerse your mind in the beauty of Krishna, the beauty of material world will not attract you. So that is why devotees do not talk much about muscle power or creation of God. We like to talk about the power of all powers, the beauty of God, which can attract our mind. So all these, now the point is, to talk about beauty of God, first you should know His God, no? So what do? And then you should know what are the beauty and pastimes and qualities of God. And then you meditate on that. So meditation has to be done on beauty of Lord. That is devotion. That is what Krishna says. Meditate on my name, then on my beautiful form, then on my pastimes and qualities, and discuss that. This is spirituality. Anything else besides this is cheating. Is cheating. Or the chakra, kundalini, and all these are all stuff, This is all material platform. It is concerned with body. It is not concerned with spirit. So keep in mind, fourth point is beauty. If you want to advance in devotion, appreciate beauty of Lord. Jagannath is so beautiful. But for appreciating beauty, you don't have to see Him, you have to hear Him. Because to appreciate somebody, you have to hear about him, isn't it? So just like two friends are talking, so one friend will be talking about his girlfriend. My girlfriend is like this, she is so beautiful, like this. If you keep on hearing, you will also become attracted to her, no? Because you're hearing. And then there'll be fight, between both of them. So by seeing, you can't really understand. If some person from Africa comes and sit behind Africa, no? He'll be like jet black, and you will say, "Come on, who is he? Nonsense." And then you will ask him, ask him to sit there. Then after 10 minutes, I'll announce he's Prime Minister of Africa. What will happen? You'll all stand up. My God, what the hell, So how did you see him? By eyes or by ears? By ears, no? So meditation begins with ears. Not with closing your ears, closing your tongue, closing your eyes, closing your nose and just sitting like that. No. Meditation doesn't start with a mantra. Oh, I got this mantra and I am chanting and meditation begins. No, it should begin with ears. You hear first and have lot of information about God and then meditate on Him. Simple. And once you are captured by beauty of Lord Krishna, no beauty can capture you. You can walk on road of Manipal and no attraction. No. Anyway, here all these females who call them picture beautiful, they are the most ugly females, I've seen. Nobody is beautiful here. They try to be beautiful by wearing all these kind of mini skirts and all these. But the more beautiful they try to become, the more ugly they become. Because, you know why? Because our concept of beauty is different and your concept is different. Our definition is different of beauty. For us, who is beautiful? He is beautiful who is connected with God. Isn't it? His character is beautiful. We judge beauty by qualities, by purity, by his character, by his morality, by his devotion. Anybody who is not connected with God, he is rascal. As Prabhupada used to say, he is the ugliest person in the entire universe. So for us, even if we see beautiful girl, nonsense. This is how you get over illusion. You see? But if you don't connect yourself to Krishna, then it is very difficult to control mind. It's impossible. You will go and see a beautiful female and then you will try to say, no. Actually everything is illusion. She is not beautiful. Actually she is not beautiful. This is Maya. You'll try to close your eyes. You'll try to close your fist. You'll try to close your pant. Whatever you want to do. But you will not be able to do it. Because illusion will catch you. If there is no Krishna, there is darkness. If there is no sun, there is darkness. No matter how much you try to remove that darkness, you will not be able to do it. No matter you light lakhs of torches in night, you can't make it day. You can do? No. You have to wait for sun. Finish. So no matter you have Swamijis, Babas, Bapus, Ravi Shankar was so many people. They are small torches. But Krishna and his Gita is like sun. You surrender to him, all darkness finished. All confusions finished. All tensions are over. All attachments will be cut to pieces. And all your sins and all your bad habits, they will just vanish. Simply by chanting Krishna's name. Hare Krishna. Simply by doing this. See, it's so nice, no? There's one Acharya Rupa Goswami. He says, my dear sir, I know that you are number one fool. Because you are trying to do meditation, which is anyway so difficult, to understand something which you do not know, first of all. And then you think that you will elevate. But in scriptures it is said, simply by moving your lips. You have to move your lips, no? Hare Krishna. If simply by moving your lips you can attain God, which fool will try to do any other thing except chanting the holy names of Lord? Isn't it? Simply have to move your lips, that's all. The most unfortunate person is he who do not have lips or tongue. You can't chant, that's all. If somebody tells you have to choose, you have to become blind or I'll cut your tongue or you'll become deaf, what do you choose? Quickly tell me. What do you choose?
Being blind or...
Yeah. Okay, make me blind, make me deaf, but don't take my tongue because I can chant his holy names. That's the best. That's the best thing. So, this is fourth, beauty. And the fifth is now, after describing about God, Gita now shifts to another point about, okay fine, we have discussed about who is God, it's clear. Who are we now? Fifth point is, Jivas are part and parcel of God. Vibhin Amsha. This is a technical term. This Gita uses the word Vibhin Amsha. Amsha means part and parcel. But Vibhin, separate. We are part and parcel, but separate part and parcel. We are always separate from God and will always remain separate. Nobody is going to become one with God. That's wrong. That's wrong philosophy. Even after attaining liberation, we will not become one with God. We will always be separate. We will be servants, and we can become one with God in desires. That's how we can become one with God. Whatever is desire, if that is my desire, then we have become one. Nahi? Just like lovers say to them each other, we are two, but we have become one. So like that you have to become. If you love Krishna, that means becoming one. But in itself you don't become one with God. So that is the fifth point. We are eternal, separate part and parcels of God. Now what does that mean to you all? What does that mean? So that means that we belong to God, isn't it? If we are His part and parcel, we belong to Him, no? So what is our duty? Our duty is to go back to Him. If we are His part and parcels, we have forgotten that, but He has not forgotten this. So we might be happy in Manipal and going to KFC and all those, but Krishna is not happy. We can be happy remaining away from God, but Krishna is not happy remaining away from us. We don't want Krishna, but Krishna wants us. Just like a child may not want his father, but father always desires to meet his child. So Krishna is waiting for us. He's waiting. He's waiting when this boy is going to read my Gita, he's going to associate with my devotees, understand me, make me the goal of his life, chant my holy names, have full faith in my holy names, and come back to me. So, why do we do devotion? This is the answer. We do devotion so that, why? So that, now you got the answer? We can go back to Krishna so that Krishna doesn't feel unhappy. He is unhappy. No. Just like you go to your home, no, to meet your parents. Because if you don't go, then your mother, father will be very sad. That's why you want to go back. Because Krishna will be very sad. Simple. So simple. So this is fifth. Sixth point is, some souls do not have this knowledge. 99% souls do not have this knowledge, what we are telling you. Either they are ignorant, or they do not have faith, or they have doubts because of so much confusion. So most of these souls, 99% souls, will lie into these three categories. They will hear, but they will not have faith. And some people might be ignorant, they don't have knowledge. Most of them don't have knowledge. Or they have extra knowledge, which they have got from here and there. And some people are doubting Thomas. They'll always doubt. Because they've heard so many things, or they think, I know more than anybody else. So 99% people are like that. And they are called conditioned souls. They're just in this material world. Again and again we are coming back. I'm talking a serious thing, we'll take birth. Again we'll take birth. You may say, what's the problem? One reporter went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada was saying, again you will take birth, Krishna is saying, if you don't surrender to him. So he told, what's the problem? Prabhupada said, you will become dog in next life. So he told, what's the problem? I'll become dog. So Prabhupada told, see this. So useless people, they want to become dog, but they don't want to understand God. This is modern civilization. So this is the problem, The problem is we don't understand the problem. This is the problem. So Prabhupada used to say, a pig in his drain. You know this drain? Pig lives in drain. Yes. Sewage. A pig in the sewage is very happy. Oh, nice smell. You know. That's what we are, you know. We think this material world is good, but from our vision, material world is good. But from Krishna's vision, this material world is a sewage. This is a sewage. We are living in a sewage. This is not good. We are stuck in these bodies, we are stuck in this material world, and we have to come back again. Next life, who knows what we are going to become. So be serious. Don't waste time. Don't waste time. This is an important issue. We can't do experiments with truth. You know this book, Experiment with Truth? Gandhi wrote. We can't do experiment with truth. This is experiment, what you were telling. Meditate and then try to know God. This is experiment. Why do you want to do experiment? Just know what is what and do like that. Simple. That's good. Most of spirituality, not what is preached now by various saints, that is experiment. So don't do that. So yeah, which point I was talking? Sixth. Balram, which point I was talking? Sixth. What is sixth point? Some people are conditioned. Conditioned by what? Conditioned by confusion and ignorance. But 1% people, out of so many people in this material world, they are not confused. They are called liberated people. They read Gita, they understand clearly who is God, they understand what is the purpose of my life. The aim of life is to go back to Krishna. Where you have to go, that place name is also there, Golok. You don't have to go in light, you don't have to go in mud somewhere, nobody knows what you have to do. No, to go to Golok, the distance is given of Golok. Distance is given. The spiritual world distance from this earth is, I think, 28,000 yojanas. How much was that? 28,000 or 80,000 something yojanas. Exact distance is there. If you can make a machine, you can go to spiritual world. If you can, that's a long way, 28,000 yojanas. So everything is clear in scriptures. Everything is clear. We are on the earth. Above earth we have Bhurswa, a planet of 80 kilometers above earth is the region of ghosts. Then 800 kilometers above is Swarg, demigods live. Then above that is Maharlok, where rishis live. Then above that is Janaslok, where people who do austerities they live. Above that is Tapaslok, where Naistik Brahmacharis they live. Above that is Satyalok, where Brahma lives. Above that is Siddhalok, where people who are Jnanis they go. Above that is Virja river. And when you cross that river, there is Vaikuntha begins. And in Vaikuntha, first you will have planets where Narayan lives. Above that is Rama's abode. And above that is Dwarka and Mathura, and the highest planet is Golok. So where we are trying to go to Golok. So why can't these Swamijis and Babajis tell us clearly this? No? God is inexpressible. What we are doing here? We are trying to express Him. No? We are trying to speak in words. He is not inexpressible. So, what do? Okay, 6th is over. 7th ho gaya na? 7th bhi ho gaya na? Some people are liberated. So, if you understand Gita, you are liberated. Finish. If you chant holy names, at least you are on path of liberation. You will not be perfect. But theoretically you are liberated. It might take some time, but you are liberated. 8th point is now, question is how to attain that supreme planet Golok. How to attain Krishna. That's a question. 8th point is, before that, what is this creation? Now we have talked about Krishna, Golok, God. Now we have to discuss where are we now. Then we'll start our journey, no? We have to go there, we have to also know where we are sitting. So that is, 8th point is, Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, this creation, this place we are sitting, it is God's creation. This is called material world. It belongs to God. It doesn't belong to us. This is the most important point we have to understand. Many people will tell you, if you ask your neighbor, no, you will tell him, everything is creation of God. He will tell you, yes, I know. No, people say like that, no? Yeah, सब कुछ भगवान ने बनाया है, हमें पता है. People say like that. They might know this, but they don't know next point. If everything is made by God, if everything is created by God, then this means everything belongs to Him, Krishna. And if everything belongs to Him, then this means what? Anybody, what this means? Okay, fine. We belong to Him. Yeah. Anything else?
Go back.
If everything belongs to Him, then everything is for His enjoyment. This is the most important point you have to keep in your mind. Okay, this ice cream belongs to God, Krishna. No problem, I will eat it. This is madness. You can eat ice cream, I don't say don't eat, but the point is, I will enjoy it. No. If you're convinced everything belongs to Krishna, then you also have to be convinced, if your conviction is correct, you have to be convinced that everything is for enjoyment of Krishna. That's the point you have to understand. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bodha bhav samanvita iti matva bhajante mam. So, you have to make yourself convinced that everything is property of God. This is not for my enjoyment. Simple, no? Just like you all have come here, no, in this house. Will you go inside my room and sleep on that bed nicely? No. Will you go in kitchen and start eating? No, because you know this is not yours now. If you know this is not yours, then you also know that this is not for your enjoyment, isn't it? This is for our enjoyment. The owner of this house. I can do whatever I want. You can do whatever you want. If you're convinced this entire creation belongs to God, then you cannot do whatever you want. This is the important conclusion. So people can say theory. Oh, everything belongs to God, nice. But then the conclusion is, you can't do whatever you want. If everything belongs to God, then you have to follow the rules given by God. You're in His place, not in your place. If you're in a jail, you have to follow the rules of jail, isn't it? If you're in a kingdom, you have to follow the rules set by king. This is kingdom of God. This material world is also kingdom of God. But just like in kings, he will have his own kingdom, but in the kingdom he will also have jail, isn't it? So that jail also belongs to that kingdom, but still people do not like to go there, no? Because that's jail. So this also belongs to the kingdom of God, but this is jail, and sensible people do not like to come here. And because we have come here, this proves that we are what? A sensible or insensible? This proves that we are insensible. Because we chose to come here. Only mad people will choose to go to jail. So we are here. This jail, you know this? This is jail, you know this? You know what kind of jail it is? You will say, how this is jail? There is no bars. You are not bound by chains. There is no lock. But this is jail. You know why this is jail? You know? Because there are bars, there are chains which you are bound. And these chains are not made of iron. These chains are made of what? Yes, desires and attachment. We are attached. This is a chain. And there is no lock. But there is a lock. And what is that lock? You can't escape. That lock is his body. You can't get out of this body. You're fixed in this body. You're locked in this body. So this is a jail. And we are here. So why we are here? Because that's another point. So this is creation. This is material world. As soon as we understand that this jail belongs to Krishna, and we try to follow the rules set by him, live free. And where are these rules? In scriptures, in Gita. So in Gita, Krishna has told 15, 16, 17 chapter, what to eat, what not to eat, when to sleep, when to wake up, how to speak, how to behave, how to walk. All these things also have to be learned. What to think, what not to think, what are bad thoughts, what are good thoughts. Everything is black and white in Gita. In 13th chapter you read, Krishna says, what you should think and what you should not think. If you don't think what you're supposed to think, then you're in this jail. And if you think what I'm saying, you'll be released from this jail. Simple. So this is the 8th point. Now 9th point is, fine, I'll start following what Krishna says, and this is how I'll be released from this jail. So how to attain Krishna? If you want to attain Krishna, if you want to go back to Golok, do you want to go back to Golok? You want to go back to God? Everybody? Somebody doesn't want to go? Raise your hand. You want to go, no? But maybe not 100%, no? We also want to go back to our homes. You can go, that's okay. We also want to go back to our hostels. We also want to go back to McDonald's. We also want to go back to cinemas. So some 50% or 20% we have desire to go back there, 50% go back here. So we are not really 100% convinced. But nevertheless, we want to go back to God. At least theoretically. So you have to increase your desire to go back to Krishna. That is devotion. That is devotion. If you ask me in one line. You have to have desire to go back to Krishna. Nobody is holding you back in this material world. Nobody is stopping you. You are stopping yourself. That's it. The day you have 100% desire to go back to Jagannath, to Golok, Krishna will take you. Bas. The fact that we are here in BYS and listening to this lecture, this proves that you don't have desire to go back to Krishna, 100% desire. That's why you are listening lecture. If you had 100% desire, you will not be here. You will be where? Golok planet. And what we are doing by lecture, we are trying to increase your desire to go back to God. That's what we are doing. We are not trying to give you information. By convincing you that Krishna is there, His planet is there, you are stuck here. That's what we are doing. And that's why we are chanting Hare Krishna. What is the purpose of chanting Hare Krishna? To increase your desire to go back to God. Because if you chant His holy names, you will become attracted to Krishna. The more you become attracted, the more you will want to go back to Him. The more you want to go back to Him, the more Krishna will want to take you back to Himself. And when you are 100% done, 100% desire to go back to Krishna, that is called love. And you go back, finish. So the process to attain God is love. In other words, the process to attain God is to increase your desire to go back to Him. And how do you increase your desire to go back to Krishna? By chanting His holy names and associating with devotees and reading Gita. Just 2 things you have to do. To read Gita and chant Hare Krishna. Simple. Slowly, slowly that creeper of devotion will sprout. Your desire will increase. One day will come, you will not be able to remain without Krishna. And you will say, Krishna, please, I want to come back to you. This material world is nonsense. I don't want to stay here. I can't stay without you. I'll die without you. And when that point of time comes, then Krishna will take you back. So how to come to that point? By chanting Hare Krishna. And by reading Gita. So don't be just interested in finishing your rounds. That's a problem. For devotees at least. Don't be just interested in finishing your rounds. Chant His holy names with love and devotion. In such a way so that your desire increases day by day, day by day, day by day. Whenever you see Krishna, naturally your soul should pray, Krishna, please accept me in your lotus feet. The only thing which is stopping me, which is standing between you and me, is my own sins, is my own foolishness, is my own laziness, that I don't want to do your devotion and don't want to read your Gita. That is the only thing stopping and standing between you and me. So please help me to get rid of all these, all of my foolishness, my madness, my craziness, and show me the right path and give me power to chant nicely, to chant your names with love and devotion. Give me the intelligence to understand your message, your Gita. Protect me so that I don't get deviated and confused by so many opinions, and take me back to your lotus feet, to your spiritual abode. This prayer should come in your soul as soon as you see Krishna. And when these prayers will come spontaneously when you see Krishna, then you can be sure that your devotion is of some level, And if you're not at this point, then you're at risk. You're at risk. And when you are at risk, then you should protect yourself. You should be in safe zone. And that safe zone is be wise. Come here. Take association of devotees. Take an encouragement. Until you don't reach to that point. Make yourself safe. And chant holy names. Read Gita. That's how you elevate. This is called devotion. Simple. And what is the goal? 10th point. When you do devotion, then what will happen? What's the goal of life? What's the goal of life? No, devotion is a process. This is a process. What do you want? Yeah, back to what? Our goal is to go back to Krishna. Our goal is love of God. If you have love, you will automatically go back. Love of God. You want to go back to Krishna. We don't want to stay in Manipal. We don't want to stay in Andhra Pradesh, UP, or whatever, from wherever you are. We want to go back to spiritual world. If you still want to stay in your home, in your Manipal, there's a problem. You're an illusion. It's not that we leave our home, but the point is we are in home, but we have this understanding that we don't want to stay here eternally. That's the point. That you should keep in mind, in back of your mind. Okay, for practical purposes I have to stay here. Anyway, you are living here. But I don't want to stay here eternally. But you see materialistic people. People do not have devotion. They make plans as if they are going to eternally stay in their home, no? LIC, FLIC, and so many policies, and then my children, grandchildren, grandchildren, and they will keep on thinking what will happen, and they will be attached to their walls, their house, and their bed, and it happens, no? People make plans like that, as soon as a girl is born in the house, people start planning for their dowry. You know that? It happens. In Delhi it happens. My chacha, he got one female daughter. He got one daughter. A baby. I went to him. And my chachi was tensed. I told, why? Well, we have to arrange for dowry. So from now for this baby, we have taken a scheme and fixed deposit we are putting. I told them, let her breathe first. Then you decide. But this is what is happening. They are planning for those things. Maybe they not be alive also. Who knows? You don't plan like that. You plan for some years ahead. That's okay. But don't plan as if you are eternally going to stay here. That's foolishness. Plan your life so that your devotion increases. That's how you should plan. You should pray to Krishna. Krishna, ruin my life. Ruin on my plans. Because whatever plan I'll make, I will make such plans so that I will want to stay here. My plans are like that. My plans are foolish plans. So ruin my plans and give me the intelligence to understand your plans. What do you plan for me? What is your desire for me? Krishna's desire for us is, please, please, please come back to me. Don't stay in this sewage. This is, material word is called stool. This is stool, isn't it? Isn't it stool? They're stool. So, because you know why it is stool? Because we eat shit, we are made of shit, and we do shit daily. That's what we are. You know why? You know why? You know how we eat? You see food, how they grow. What they put? Cow dung, no? Now they're putting fertilizers. But previously they put the cow dung. Food is coming from soil. So we eat mud. We're eating mud in one sense. And what is body made up of? Again mud. And what we are taking out daily? That's again shit, that's again mud. So Krishna says, if you want, and finally we'll be mixed into stool and mud. That's it. That's our destination. Because we left Krishna, this is what we are. We're born in stool and we'll die in stool. We are born in, you know this? We are born in stool. If you go to labor room, you will know. Every child is born in stool. Every child. And we die in stool. That is reality. Everything else is illusion. Everything else is illusion. Krishna is saying, I'm not saying, Krishna is saying to Uddhav. Krishna is saying, Uddhav, these words might be hard to hear, but nevertheless they are reality. So why you are attracted to this material world? Why you are attracted to these bodies? What is this body made of? Pus, stool, urine? This is body, no? If you want to know what this body is, go to KMC, go to anatomy department, and then you will know what is body. In first year, when I went to anatomy, this dissection hall, we all went, first day. Then we stood there and few voices came, dhad, dhad, dhad. 4 females, behoshed. You can't tolerate, you can't see. That female, that male you are seeing and you're getting attracted, just if you remove skin, it is such a horror picture, you can't see. So what is this body made of? And you are attracted to this body. You are not attracted to Krishna, who is so beautiful. This is an unfortunate part, no? This is called misfortune. You are attracted to mud. You are attracted to jewel. Krishna is a jewel. Why? Because we are mad. Mad people are like that. So Krishna says, read my Gita, you'll become okay, no problem. No problem, you are mad. Everybody is mad. Surrender to me, you'll become okay. Chant my names, you'll become okay. Associate with my devotees, you'll become okay. Live with my devotees, you'll become okay. Simple. So don't waste your life. Things are simple if you want to keep it simple. And they'll become extremely complex if you want to make it complex. So read Gita, chant his holy names. Finish. That's it. And develop love. Hare Krishna. These are 10 points. It's clear? Much of it is clear. Isn't it? Any questions? Any answer? Any comments? Any suggestions? Any criticisms? Anything?
So there is one example regarding the point of beauty.
Annamachare. Yeah.
His life started, his journey of devotion started when God showed him that the beauty is not his lovers, it's actually the God itself. He takes him to a temple.
Yeah. Annamachare. Yeah, see? Even Ramanujacharya, he took one of his devotee. He was attracted to a female. Dhanurdas. He was a king, prince, and he was attracted towards a female. So Ramanujacharya told, see, if I show you more beauty than her, will you leave her? He told, well, there's no more beautiful than her. So he took and he showed Ranganath. The altars opened and he told, see his beauty. And he got attracted. This is so nice. You go to Udupi, you see his moon-like face, so beautiful. You see his posture, he's standing with churning rod. Krishna doesn't churn butter only with churning rod. With churning rod, Krishna churns the heart of devotees and take out love. And then he relishes that love. He eats that love. That is churning rod. so nice posture, he's so handsome. You go and see him. Who will not get attracted? Only those people whose heart is made of stone, they will not get attracted. Who call themselves so-called meditators, jnanis, yogis, their heart is made of stone. They will not attract. They are not interested in Krishna. Anybody is not interested in Krishna, we are not interested in him. Finish. Get lost. We don't like him. We don't like him. Any other question? Why I am speaking since 1 hour and you don't have any question? That's funny. You should have some kind of questions. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's clear, no? I think stuff is clear. Whatever I told. So what's the recap? Let's recap, It's important to revise. First of all, Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.